Welcome to the Marital BLISS podcast, where we share biblical lessons in serving your spouse, helping you avoid the battle lines introduced by self-serving.
We are your hosts, Q and Kat Bruce. We invite you to journey with us as we share our story and explore what the Word of God says about kingdom marriage.
Hey family, welcome to episode 3 of the Marital BLISS podcast. We rolling and just having a lot of fun with it. We thank God for getting us to this point. Today's episode is going to be a special one. We are actually going to reflect on our favorite anniversary moments. December 10th is our 12th anniversary coming up, and so this episode will air on December 10th. And so we just wanted to take some time and just reflect on some of our favorite moments and share it with you guys.
Yes, so I got a couple of them. I guess I'll start off with the one in Tennessee. We drove to Nashville.
What anniversary was that?
Oh, what number? That
Yeah.
was just last year, so that was 10.
See, we got evidence. It's not the men who don't know the anniversaries. It's this
I
one
remember,
in
but
this marriage. She
it's
don't
how
know.
long we've been together versus how long we've been married.
Nah,
And so that was
it was our 11th
our 11th
anniversary.
anniversary.
You
That's
see,
terrible.
it's her. See, it's not me. We got it on film.
We were together 11 years, married for 10. What?
No,
we were together for 12 years, married for 11.
As of last year, yes.
Okay, cut that part out.
I ain't cutting it out. I'm leaving all this in there. I'm leaving all this evidence in there.
Terrible. Y'all pray for me in my mind. All right. So on our 11th anniversary, we drove to Nashville. Took a little road trip, and we stayed in the Airbnb. Nashville is considered Music City. So it was fun. We had such a great time, just the road. We like taking road trips and, driving out of town, just talking or reminiscing or, we love spending time like that together. So we went to Nashville. We stayed in Airbnb. They had like a bottle of champagne and said happy anniversary to us. And we were able to try like different restaurants. My favorite part of that is when we made rings. We made rings from scratch. Yes, and he has his on. I do not have mine on right now. I usually have it on my thumb, but I took it off. But we made those. It was so interesting. It was something I had never done before. It was his idea. He found it somehow on Instagram. And so we met with the lady. She showed us how to make the rings. We made, a couple of different ones, and that it was just a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment. And what else did we do? We took a tour, and that tour included eating at different spots around Nashville that were pretty popular. We learned a lot of the history. It was just chill. We learned how to make what was it, old fashions? I was gonna say fireballs. We learned how to make old fashions. As a bartender that showed us like showed us the history behind, was it whiskey, because Nashville is known for their whiskey or whatever. And so much knowledge, so much food, and just time to just chill, and so that was just such a great time. I loved it. We had a great time.
Yeah, I loved it too. That's probably my favorite one. It was our first time getting away. We were gone for 7 days. So it was our first trip away from the kids and for that length of time. So in year 11. So we still technically haven't had a honeymoon since we've been married. And so it was just so exciting just to get away and get that time together in an extended time. Because normally we just get to take weekends and then we're right back and it's somewhere close. So that was actually 10 hours away. So it was like a real getaway. Again, 7 days. It was great. The place we stayed was really nice. It was a basement apartment basically that they had finished. So it was under someone's home. And so It was just clean, nice,
Mm-hmm.
just very
Nice
comfortable.
area, very
Yeah,
beautiful.
nice
Mm-hmm.
area. It was, in a family neighborhood, so we were able to go into Nashville and do all these fun things, but then come back to kind of a quiet community.
It was like a park and a little lake around there, beautiful trees. Like it was really nice.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was it was very nice. So it's definitely some place I would like to visit again. There's a lot of things that we didn't get to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you haven't been to Nashville, I suggest you go. Obviously, like you were saying, it's I guess it's called Music City or
Music,
whatever. It's
yeah.
known for music.
Mm-hmm.
So we this really isn't up our alley, but they have an area where everybody goes to, and they have all these different music bars up and down the street, and
Mm-hmm.
so people perform and things like that. And when we were on the tour, a lot of the people that was going to be their stop after the tour, they were going to go down there. I can't remember the name of the street, but they were going to go down there and go to the different bars and just listen to the live music and things like that. So if you like doing that and you like, country and, different type of music like that, they have it. I think they probably have a bar for every type of
Everything.
genre
Right,
of
of
music,
music, yeah.
almost, really. So
Yeah.
just a real cool
Mm.
place.
Yeah.
So yes, I would go to, I think it was year 4. I surprised her and brought her to Fort Worth. At the time we were living in Carrollton,
Mm-hmm.
and we came to Fort Worth to go to Eddie V's. So,
Very
it's a
nice.
popular steak restaurant. And
Mm-hmm.
so we had never been before. So I was just looking for something nice, for us to do. And so
Mm-hmm.
um, I didn't tell her where we were going. We just hit the highway and started driving. And she like, where are
Where
we
we going?
going? And so
Yeah.
we end up in Fort Worth, and we just had a wonderful dinner. So it was just a great experience. I just love doing new things with you. That's like, I mean, it's just, I don't even know the words for it really. It's just
Yeah.
something that I love. And so any
I love it
opportunity to
too.
do that is great. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot more to that story. It was just kind of just doing that, and something new. And we were 4 years in, so still
Fresh and
learning and
new.
still new,
Yeah.
but we had kind of gotten our footing a little bit, and you know and just hit that milestone, and it was a good one.
Yes. It was great. I remember that. And that's kind of crazy because we ended up moving to Fort Worth.
Yeah,
We didn't like really plan. I love downtown Fort Worth. It's beautiful. It's beautiful at nighttime. I love Sundance Square. It's a beautiful place to just go and look around or just sit. And sometimes people are playing live music out there. It's little shops around, and it's just a nice ambiance to it. You got the Fort Worth Gardens with the waterfalls, down there. It's just really, really, really nice. So for him to do that, I'm like, oh, I love Fort Worth. Like going forward, because I don't think we been to Fort Worth. I
I
don't
don't
even
think
think
so.
so.
I don't think
Not that I
so.
can remember
I know
anyway.
we came for a festival. Now that we're talking about it, it's actually a picture, I think, on
Oh yeah,
Facebook where it's like you it's you
Arts
and
Festival.
somebody, yes, and somebody's in
Hmm.
the stroller. I don't know if that was probably
It was
Dree.
Dree.
And
Hmm.
then it's like either Alina or Jay standing next to
Yes,
you or something.
yes, yes.
So
It was like Fort Worth Arts Festival or something
yeah,
like that, and they had great food and like fun. It was just really nice. So yeah,
yeah. So cool.
yeah. Anything else?
Not on that one.
Oh,
I
okay.
got more, but I'm
Oh, okay.
trying to let
Oh,
you
you
go
trying to let
now.
me go now?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
your
so
turn now. I got
let me
punch
see.
you the ball.
It would have to be. Gosh, we've done so many different things. I just can't think of right now. Hmm.
We gonna camp out for about 4 hours because Mama was supposed to be thinking
I was
about this
already
stuff,
supposed to be
and
thinking
she
about it.
ain't do it.
He knows my way my brain is set up. I don't
So
remember things,
now
and
we
that's
here.
terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I will say today that we're filming this. This is the day that he actually proposed. I'm not gonna tell you what I was gonna say. That he proposed to me, and even though we already knew, marriage was the goal when we got together, I did not know when he actually was going to obviously, propose. And today is that day. He proposed to me. And of course, I said yes. I was crying and everything like that. And so it was just such a wonderful moment and feeling to get asked to be married, by someone who's my best friend. And so, that's a day I'll definitely never forget. Of course, our wedding day I would never forget. But, it's just kind of cool. We're recording this today, the day that he actually asked me to be his wife, and without hesitation, I said yeah. So that was cool. I'm trying to think in a moment of that, like, what are some other things that we did? We did so much stuff throughout the years, y'all.
I
Let's
can
see.
share one.
Yeah,
It's
I'll let
okay,
you
babe.
go.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
no, this
remember.
this is definitely a special day, and
Mhm,
my favorite number is 5.
mhm,
So that's a little extra for me in there. But
mhm,
yeah, it was a beautiful time, and we actually shared the story on episode 1. So
mhm.
if you haven't checked out episode 1,
Yeah.
please go back and watch the beginning is where we
Mhm.
actually share the full story of the proposal and everything because it is airing today actually. So we film things ahead of time.
Yeah.
So episode 1 is live November 5th. But by the time you guys see this, that'll
It'll
be in
be
the past.
yes, yes.
But another one of my favorite anniversaries is our 5th anniversary again, that number 5. We went to San Diego.
Oh, how could I forget that?
See, look,
Oh
see.
my gosh.
So we love San Diego. We
Hell,
absolutely love San
beautiful.
Diego.
La Jolla is where we actually went to visit.
Yes.
Oh, oh,
Beautiful place.
oh my
And
gosh.
so
Yeah.
um in one of our episodes we talked about like planning dates and things and how I'm the primary planner. Well, not for this one. My wife planned the whole trip. I had no
You're proud of
idea.
me.
I was very proud. She did an amazing job.
Mm,
She picked us this beautiful like old type of hotel, like right
mhm,
in the middle of La Jolla. Like
mhm.
there's shopping.
It was very vintage
Yeah,
type of
very,
hotel.
very
Not over and
vintage.
down, but like very vintage,
That's the right word. See, she
type of
had to correct
place.
me, like, I
Yeah.
didn't put us in no hole now. Don't have them thinking we was in a hole. No, I said
Yeah.
it was nice, remember?
Yeah. It was
But
very
yeah, vintage is right.
beautiful view.
It was just beautiful. And we were
Mhm,
on one of the upper floors. And the
mhm,
first thing we did, I remember, like, we opened, it had a little balcony. And
mhm.
so we opened the door and just stood there together and we could see the water. We were right on the
Ocean.
water and
So
there was just a
beautiful.
slight breeze and you
Mhm,
see the blue water and
mhm.
it was just a
Just
beautiful
beautiful.
moment. It was just such a
Mm,
beautiful moment. And so we obviously enjoyed our room. We were right there by all the shopping, so we took
mhm.
in the shopping. We
Yeah.
went to the beach. Um, we went to some nice restaurants. I mean, that
Mhm.
hotel was right by everything. Some
Everything.
of the restaurants we went to were right there.
Mhm.
We took time on a Saturday. It was actually my first time having espresso and having Starbucks. I had never had espresso. So it was Saturday and we went to Starbucks in the morning and I got a triple shot and I was just like, "Ooh!" all day. So we
Crazy.
we drove to LA that
Mhm.
day
Oh, yeah.
and we saw LA. We went to Hollywood, we walked around, we did
Mhm.
all of that, then we
Mhm.
drove back and it was like a 2-hour drive from San Diego, something like that.
Mhm.
And I still was wired that night. It was crazy. But
Yeah.
we just had an amazing time. We
It was a
loved it so
lot of fun.
much. And
Yes.
this was December 2016.
Teen.
It was
Yeah.
our 5th.
Mhm.
So we loved it so much that summer of 2017, we brought the kids back to
Yep.
San Diego.
I was pregnant
Um,
with Kofi, so he technically was there, but not really.
right. So we
But
got to
yeah,
get back there eventually with
yeah,
him to be
yeah.
able to experience
Experience
it.
it.
But
They loved it.
yeah, they
Yeah,
enjoyed it. They all of our kids love the water. I don't
yeah.
know why, but they
Mhm.
all love the water, love the
Mhm.
beach, love to
Beaches.
swim.
Mhm.
So they just had a great time and we were
Mhm.
able to sit with the seals and all of that and
Mhm.
be like
Yeah,
super close to them
it was nice.
and it was just a great time.
Mhm.
And one of my fondest memories from that was us sitting down. We were having breakfast, and we were just reflecting on how far we'd come and like making goals for the future. And so at the time, I had just got promoted back into management, so I had accepted a new position at work. So we we're kind of celebrating that.
Yeah.
But then also talking about, where we wanted to be in the future. That same year, we got our first home in 2016. So that's when we moved to Fort Worth. So it was a lot of accomplishments that we got through. I mean, that we got to. And we had to overcome so much just to get to that point. So to be able to sit there and really reflect back on the victories and everything we had to overcome, but then also still have ambition towards the future. And now sitting here 7 years removed from that, we've accomplished so much more and overcome even more obstacles. And so it's just amazing to see what you can do when you're grateful for what has occurred and what God has done in your life, but you're also wanting to continue being fruitful and multiplying because it doesn't stop. And knowing that you're walking in his purpose if you're doing that, and that he's going to provide, and he'll lead you on the way and give you what you need. And so that really was my favorite moment above all the stuff we did there.
Oh, you know what? Gosh, why couldn't I remember that and think of it first? No, but because that was my favorite time. I love California. That was my first time in California. I had never been to the state of California. Had you been to or was it your, or you had been?
I can't remember.
Can't remember.
No, I had been.
Okay,
yeah,
he had been to California.
I've been to LA before.
LA.
Yeah.
First time that I ever been there, I said, "Oh my gosh, this feels like home." Like it was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it was just the best, probably like you said, the best anniversary trip that we've had. Yeah, I look forward to many more of those, type of trips, Um, what was I gonna say? I just had a brain, what do you call it?
A brain fart.
I had a brain fart. I don't know. Y'all pray for me. Um, yes, but we've had a lot of good times. Anything else you can help me remember?
Yeah. So the episode is turning out to just me putting out all the things. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's But it's all good. That's how it works.
He's so patient with me, y'all. Like he doesn't get upset or mad because it's not intentional. I promise. Like sometimes I just don't remember things, but I could have prepared for this before we did it, but see, I didn't because I forgot to prepare. Okay, next.
This is funny. Y'all are getting a glimpse of just the inner workings of this Team Bruce thing here.
Okay. It is what it is.
It's all good. Year 10, and you're gonna get in trouble here. I'm gonna expose her.
Oh, hold on. Okay, go ahead, because I don't know what you're about to say.
So year 10, obviously a milestone, huge milestone, anniversary that we made it to. So we were very happy to get there together and celebrate. And so we went back to Eddie V's. So I took her to Eddie V's and I surprised her. I bought her a Tiffany's bracelet that said love on it, like it, was in cursive, and then it was a bracelet.
Of that too, yeah.
So yes. So I had the waiter bring it towards the end of dinner and things like that. And so I surprised her. She thought it was a dessert and all that. So I got her real good. So she put the bracelet on, right? And everything's cool. This woman did not make it 24 hours. She lost the bracelet. The bracelet was absolutely gone. It was gone. It was gone. And devastated. So you was devastated. I was devastated, and I was mad.
He was. That was like his first real mad at me.
Gave her this thing and spent money on it and thought and everything, and not even 24 hours, the thing was gone. So then
I found it.
Yes.
Okay, because I looked and I searched.
Finally found it.
I found it. I don't know where it
and
was
it
in the
was,
car.
I think it was broken, or I don't know
Yeah,
if it was, yeah,
a piece of it broke somehow. I don't know, but
so by the grace of God, I was able to take the thing back to Tiffany's,
we went together.
and yeah, we went, well, before I, so yeah, we went together, and I let her look at some. So she looked at some and found some that she liked. So then I went back and or did you get it on at the
At the
time?
spot
Yeah,
because
she
she
got it
kind
at
of sized my wrist, and this one was like way bigger and it was
it
like
was,
stronger. So I guess I'm kind of rough sometimes. I don't know, how do I break a bracelet I just got? I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't have anything. So I appreciated his patience at that moment too. But I lost the bracelet, found the bracelet, and so like he said, we went to Tiffany's. The lady was such a wonderful store representative, whatever you call it. But she helped us look at different bracelets and things like that, and we found one that I still have to this day because that was what about to be 3 years ago, I guess.
yeah, it was
Um,
21, so 2 years, it'll be 2 years this December.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. What you said. Okay, Lord help us all. Yes, 2 years old. Do I not know how to do math? Like what? Anyway, so she found me a one that was really that fit my wrist and that it was very strong and sturdy. So I still have it to this day. I haven't lost it. I am responsible. Just that one moment where I wasn't. So thank you. It's beautiful. Still have it.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, I was hurt.
On the 10th anniversary too. That was just crazy. But it was a beautiful moment though. I was very surprised. The waiter came and had the gift on the plate or whatever, and I was like, Tiffany's. First of all, a blue box. Like that was my first Tiffany's anything, and so that was like it just I don't know. Whew, I was taken back, that he like put that much effort into like wanting to get me like some of the best type of jewelry out there, So I was so grateful and thankful that, he did that.
Yeah. So that was 10, but yeah, just
Mm-hmm.
like I said, just hitting that milestone and just
Mm-hmm.
getting to celebrate with you,
Mm-hmm.
it's really an accomplishment because
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately people don't make it to that number.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was normal to see people married 20, 30, 40 years. It's kind of like everybody, that's what everybody did.
Like
But
the norm.
that's rare now. People can barely make it 10 days,
Mm-hmm.
let alone 10 years. So that was a moment to really thank God for, like, and again, just trials and tribulations that were not able to destroy us, but
Right.
instead strengthen us and bond us closer,
Mm-hmm.
and get us to a point where in year 10, we were just sitting there with, even more love and even more joy, even more happiness, everything than, we had when we started.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we want to do. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply everything.
Right.
It's not one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only your job or whatever the case may be. It's just like we're supposed to make more
Mm-hmm.
of whatever
Whatever it
we're
is.
involved in. They're supposed to be more and better.
In order to do that, you have to come together. I can't
Hmm.
make more by myself. He can't make more by himself. It's a team effort,
Yep.
in order to make more, to be fruitful and multiply. We have to come together and be on, the same page. And, it's a blessing to have that. We're not always going to be on the same level all the time. Where I'm weak, he's strong. Where he's weak, I'm strong. Like that's what it's about. Um, as you can see, we're not perfect. I forget things, and he doesn't get mad at me. Like, thank you for not getting mad at me
Oh
because,
man.
you know, I be like, dang, I need to take that ginkgo,
Ginkgo biloba.
ginkgo, how do you say it? Whatever,
Ginkgo biloba.
ginkgo below. I need some of that because I don't be remembering stuff. But that's just one example that in my flaws, like he's still wanting to be there and still loves me regardless, and still cares for me. And that is the same for me in his flaws. I still care for him. I still want to be there. I still want us to work. It's an everyday effort that we, are having to like put in. It's not always going to be ooh ha, happy, blissful every second. It's not that. And we both realize that, because we gotta live in reality. We're not perfect, but if we keep on putting forth the effort and keep holding each other up, like we could go so far, you know. So yeah, that's just a blessing in itself. It's wonderful to be married. It's wonderful to be fruitful and multiply. It's wonderful to invest in your marriage, or spending time together or whatever. It's wonderful to do that, regardless of what some people say. You know, um, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no, that's great,
mhm,
babe. And I totally agree. You have to do those things. I mean, you said it perfectly. All those things, the investment,
mhm,
the accepting of flaws, and still loving. And if it is something that is an issue, addressing it in love,
mhm,
things like that. That is how you build your marriage. That
mhm.
is how you come together. It's navigating everything that needs to be
Yeah,
navigated as one.
yeah.
Our core beliefs, service, and oneness. So that
Mhm,
oneness is really at the forefront here when you're
mhm,
talking about um, building, and you're talking about the obstacles that come. We mentioned obstacles
mhm.
several times throughout the episode so far,
Yeah,
and the thing that has gotten us through, of course, God is number one,
yeah.
having Him in our marriage and having His Word be our guide, but then being one and
Right.
facing the issue instead of facing each
Each
other.
other.
And
Mhm.
that's the key. You have to do that, because as soon as you start facing each other and you're fighting each other, all of that energy is going towards that.
That the
And
issue's still
so
over there.
exactly,
We
so
over
it's
here. It's
growing,
over there.
right? It's
Yeah.
growing while
Mhm,
we're
mhm.
taking each other's power down. The thing is over there powering up. So
Right.
by the time we decide to turn around and look back at the problem, it has gotten worse,
Mhm,
right? So you have to remain one. And even if it is a scenario where it's clear that like one person dropped the ball, you're still one.
mhm.
So now the attention has to be put on solutions, not how we got here. It's like, okay, we're here, what do we do? And then once we fix it, now we can sit down and talk and say, okay, babe, in this situation you did this, or this decision was made, let's avoid that decision in the future, and then
Mhm.
we don't get here, and then we move on.
Right.
Not badgering the person, oh, you so dumb, why you do that, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
None of that
Is
helps.
gonna fix it.
It's not going to fix the problem, and it's going to create a new problem, because
Yeah.
now there's pain and hurt
Mhm.
because you're attacking your partner.
Partner.
And
Yep.
so now you got two issues instead of the one that was there. And so that's something. And what we are doing in this episode can also help, if you're in a tough time in your marriage, which is reflecting on the good times, right?
Mhm,
So we go day to day, and it's easy to forget
mhm,
these good times, especially
mhm,
if you're going through, like I said, a rough patch.
mhm,
You know, you can forget that you really had the good times, but it's those memories that really become the foundation of our marriages. And the more we make them, we're
mhm.
standing on them, right? And so it's good to go back and reflect, and it helps you see why you're with your partner, why you love them.
Mhm,
Those shared experiences are very powerful, and so it may help to just sit down and reflect.
mhm.
And if you haven't created a new memory in a while, making
Go
plans
do
to
it.
do that.
Yeah.
A getaway can really be just what you need, and it doesn't have to be a huge lavish trip.
No.
Like I said, we
Where
book
did we just?
Airbnbs and go we live in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
We'll go to Waco, which is an hour away. We'll go to Houston, that's 4 hours or 3. It's like 3 from here, 3.5 or so.
We even been to Dallas.
You know, right?
It's
we'll
like
go to Dallas. That's 45
50
minutes away.
Yeah.
But just changing the scenery, changing the pace of life,
and it's
it
just you
being
two,
exactly
because you need to look at each other and feel each other's presence and see what that feels like again when it's just, especially if you like have kids and things like that. What does that feel like with just us again? You know, because sometimes you need that little power up to keep moving. It's a consistent thing that you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, where did we go to? Not P.F. Chang's, but went for lunch at work.
Payway. We went to
Payway.
Payway. I think that was either last week or the week before.
Those little things like that,
lunch.
like let's go hop for lunch, or if it's later in the evening, let's go for a walk, or let's do something. Like those memories, like they all add up. You know, it doesn't have to always be, you know, big anniversary or birthday or things like that, but the everyday things, so it can keep, you know, fueling the marriage and keep the fire keep going. You know, it's just important to do that. You know I need that, and I know he needs that. You know, and so it's a constant work in progress. You know that you have to work on, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you got to do.
Definitely. So yeah, I think that's it. I can't really think of any more
I know we
highlights of
a lot.
Like I like all of our anniversaries. I think
we do so much. Sometimes
I did think of something. Was it year 10? I think the other cool thing about year 10, I think this happened in year 10, was we celebrated like the whole week. We went on a date like the whole week, and the culmination was Eddie V's. So I think that was year 10 we did that, or that might have been another year. But I know it was one year where we, instead of traveling because we couldn't travel, we just celebrated for the whole week. And so we went and did a different activity the whole week. And so that was fun. That was the year where we went to that room, that destroy room, where we broke all them things.
That was scary.
And that was one of the activities. And then I can't remember what else we did, but we was just doing stuff every day.
Hammer thing.
That was a date night.
That was a date night.
Yeah, throwing
we have
axes.
So many date
nights
that I get confused. We do so much sometimes. It's like I sometimes get it confused on what day we're doing.
And it's still not enough. That's the thing. Like we still, it's not like we date every day. Like my date night battery is on E right now. Like it's not like we go every day, but we do enough to make sure that, like she said, we're continuing to recharge that battery and like add that fuel to our marriage. Like it's just so important, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 4 kids, and I mean our oldest really kind of don't count because he's grown. I mean, he'll be 21 next year, so he does his own things. But like, still, you know, there's still things to do for him, or you know, whatever. But it's really mainly the 3 youngest, and they're all active. They're in school. They need this. They need that. Like it's. I mean, we are. When I say busy, we are busy. Then we work. Both of us have jobs that are demanding.
Yes.
You know, so you get caught up in all of that stuff. And if you're not intentional about pouring into your marriage and being attentive to your spouse and their needs and things like that, it's going to fall by the wayside, and it's going to go down. Like, you know, deterioration is automatic, but life growth has to be intentional. And that's just how life works. You know, when you have a plant, you water the plant, you give it sunlight, it grows, but that's intentionality. You had to actually go get water poured in. You got to actually put it by the window at the right angle for the sun, and then it's going to grow. But if you just let it sit there, it's going to die. That's the automatic. So our marriages are the same way. Like you do nothing, it dies. You pour into it, you give it sunlight, it grows. And that's just like, it's just very simplistic like that. Doing it is not simplistic, but the idea, right? That's how it works. And it doesn't go any other way. So you can't think, oh, we're gonna be the first in history to not pour in our marriage, but we're gonna have a thriving marriage. Try it. Try it. Don't try it because it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So well, before we wrap the episode, I got something for you.
He gets on my nerves.
Our 12th anniversary is coming up So, I want to get you a little gift. So,
what?
Let's see what we got here.
This is not planned. Oh my gosh, babe, what are you doing?
Close your eyes. Are they closed, y'all? Yep, I see they closed. All right. Make sure this ain't gonna dirty you up. All right, open your eyes and see what you got.
What is this?
Look, I don't know.
Now, before I open this, there's something that I liked online. And if it's in this box,
What you gonna do?
I can't say it on camera.
Oh, yeah. All right, hurry up so we can turn this off. Because I think I know what that means.
I have a shoe problem, y'all. I got a shoe problem. Help me. What?
Yes. Happy anniversary. Early anniversary because we're filming early, but Thank you. You're welcome, babe.
Lipstick
on me.
Lipstick. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So sweet.
Yes. So I love you, babe. See, that's what I love. The reaction, her being so happy. I love it. That's all I need.
Y'all, I needed these.
So now we gotta go on a date.
Oh, let me throw these on with
you see how she say she needed them?
With a trench coat.
Oh yeah, I like that idea. All right, I think we getting to the end here, y'all.
Oh my gosh, babe.
Those are nice.
They're very nice. You see how they feel? These are like, look at that. Feel those. Very nice.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
Nice.
Woo. Gotcha.
I always get her, y'all. I always get her.
She's probably the only one that has ever really surprised me with gifts. Like I'm never knowing, like, and I'm just speechless every time.
Yep. Gotcha.
You done it again, y'all.
Yep, did it again. She can't even put the thing in there right. She can't even put the boot in there the right way. She just like doink. Let me help you.
Oh my God.
Let me help you. All right.
I really, really, really wanted those so bad.
And now you have them. We good to go.
Okay.
Yep, I got her. Got her again. I love it. I just love seeing you smile and happy. I love it. I love you too. It's about to get out of hand, so we're gonna have to turn this off. Yeah. See, I got some lipstick on, y'all. Don't talk about me. But yeah. So that was episode 3 of the Marital Bliss podcast, and she's looking at me in a way that I'm just gonna have to turn this off. So see y'all later. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Marital Bliss podcast, where we believe that kingdom is the key to marital bliss.
If this episode has blessed you in any way, please like, comment, share, and subscribe so you and others can continue this journey with us. We thank you for your support and welcome your feedback. Husbands and wives, remember to serve and be one. God bless.